Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited that you're here. I am one of your co-hosts, Nikki McCutchen. I will be with Vicky Mawad tonight. We're doing something special, a little bit different. It's another one of those nights where we're going through the Energy Enhancer patch. So we've been going through a series of patches. You can find those on our Patch the Way community. Yes, thank you, Vicky. Miss Vanna, she's showing y'all. You can find those on our Patch the Way community. So patchtheway.net/community. We're going to be posting all of those there. There will be a training with all of the patches there as soon as we get done with all of them. So we're getting really close to having gone over all of them. But before we get started tonight, we just want to start with our medical disclaimer. All LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease in the body. If you are pregnant, nursing, or on medications, please check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. And so with that, we are going to dive in to the Energy Enhancer patch. If you're new here tonight, we're just so thankful that you're here. Please know whoever invited you to the call must really care about you, to want you to learn about this technology and know how it can help you and all of your loved ones. So the Energy Enhancer patch, this is the very first patch that LifeWave ever had, that David Schmidt invented way back when. Yes, there it is again. I love it so much. I actually grabbed a package tonight. I was proud of myself. I was like, oh, okay, I actually got my package together. Anyway, he developed it for the Navy SEALs, which is what's so amazing. They brought him in. So David Schmidt is our inventor and founder, and they brought him in because they were wanting to see if there was a way that they could keep the Navy SEALs off of the uppers and amphetamines to go on their over 36-hour missions that they were having to take to keep them awake. And so this was the challenge he was presented with. And so just like the David Schmidt we've come to know and love, he accomplished that with flying colors and invented the Energy Enhancer. So very first patches, or it's a dual set of patches that were invented. And what happened was that it was before 9/11. After 9/11 happened, the government completely did away with that program. And so that's why we've gotten this amazing technology to come to market and why we're getting to share all of it with you now today, so many years later. So when it first came to market, he was connected with Richard Quick, who is a 6-time Olympic gold medalist coach. And that he was working with Stanford Olympic swimmers. 6 out of the 8 of the Olympic swimmers that he was working with increased their PRs. So we're talking best of the best in the world that were able to help them support their bodies being able to do something, allowing them to increase their personal records. So that's what a PR is. And so then from there, it went to the entire Olympic swim team. And it was the year where we just got so many of the golds. And so they were actually accused of doping. So on a worldwide level, all of these swimmers were tested, and it was found that there was nothing going into the body. So when we tell you that this is a light therapy product, that there's nothing transferring from this patch into your body, it has been tested and proven on a worldwide platform at, the highest level athletically, that can be tested to show there's nothing entering the body, which is what's so amazing. So the Energy Enhancer patch, I'm just going to dive in and tell you a real quick few tidbits from the clinical tests of what it's found to be proven. So just so you know, I have a set, hopefully you can see, I have a set on my wrist. So this one's white and this one's tan. I don't know if you can tell that, but it's a 2-set system. So it's been clinically proven to induce beta oxidation, to burn fat and convert it into vital energy. So this is turning body fat into fuel. That energy conversion is what helps with weight loss. So it increases ATP, which is cellular energy. As we age, our body decreases production of ATP. So if we can increase production of ATP, then we can combat one of the problems of aging. So when we have a decline in ATP, it restricts our body's ability to recover properly, whether that's from exercise or athletic performance or from some type of injury or surgery. So having that ATP production be increased helps across the board, no matter what's going on with you. It engages the natural energy field of the body. And just know we are electrical beings. I was actually sitting and talking with a chiropractor today, and I mean, it's just, when you're in natural medicine, that's just a common thing, understanding that the body has a natural energy field. So it helps to increase and support that natural energy field and engage it. It improves clarity and motivation and mental focus. It supports physical activity, enhancing athletic performance, stamina, and strength. It supports the heart rate variability at exercise and rest, and it supports the cardiovascular system and breathing. It helps to balance cognitive vitality. It supports metabolic function by accelerating the metabolism, allowing your body to burn an extra 300 to 600 calories. And it supports overall homeostasis. So, a quote from one of the studies is the application of the LifeWave Energy Enhancer patch produced a significant increase in maximum aerobic ATP, maximum ATP from fatty acid metabolism, resting ATP, and maximum aerobic work. So this supports the mitochondrial function, which is just so important for cellular health and overall vitality. Healthy cells make a healthy body. What would you like to add to that, Miss Vicki?
Yeah, so I'm excited because I love the energy enhancer. I wear it every day. And
Mhm.
I mean, I just noticed, like you said, a difference in the mental clarity, sports performance, just working out throughout the day. And, it's just amazing because I want to say, take a look at your health and what is it that you're trying to accomplish? So, what are you looking to improve? And with this energy enhancer, it's such a great addition to your daily routine. This will just enhance and complement all of the other patches, the cellular dyes. Like it's just amazing because I notice with the amount of energy that I have when I use this technology is amazing. Like I've never gotten any kind of energy like this from any kind of caffeine or energy drinks when I used to drink them back in the day anyway. But yeah, I've never been one to like get that burst of energy. I didn't like, the big stimulants and everything. So I just thought that they made me feel weird.
Mhm.
So why not do something more natural for your body? So
Mhm.
that's going to, like you said, it's going to help produce the ATP in your body. And ATP is an organic molecule that acts as the main energy carrier in cells. So, of course, we want our cells to communicate. We want our bodies to be healthy. So, why not add this to your daily routine, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Yes, it's a fantastic ad. Yes. White and tan. Yep, Vicky's got white and tan.
So it's a two patch system, and you always want to put well, this is my left. So the tan goes on the left. Wait a minute, okay, tan on the left and the white on the right. So I always remember white rhymes with white. So you can't forget whichever one rhymes with white is the right side. So these are always one on the left side of the body, one on the right side of the body. And I love wearing two sets a day. So I usually put one set on the upper half of the body. It like right now I have the ones where Nikki has hers on the inside of the
Twins.
wrist.
We're
Yes.
twins.
And then I usually put the other set of energy enhancer on the bottom half of my body, usually my legs in some area or my feet. But I feel like that balances out the energy more evenly for me.
Mhm. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, and the only time I wear 2 sets is if I have to do a really long drive, and so that helps me. I mean, I used to always there would be no way I could do really long drives because I would be so tired, and this has just changed all of that. So the 2 sets, and then any days that I have that are gonna be really long that I know I'm up early and then I'm gonna be up late, and so for me, my normal daily routine is I wear a set of energy enhancer on my low back just to combat any pain that I might have there. So that's really kind of cool is that the energy enhancer can also reduce pain, similar to the ice wave, because they both turn on beta oxidation just in a little bit different way. So I use that for pain instead of the ice wave because again, like Vicky said, you've got the left and the right side of the body. So I'm wearing it on each side of my back. So I'm using it that way. Plus, instead of using the ice wave, then I'm getting all the extra benefits that the energy enhancer offers that the ice wave doesn't. And so I have that great combo effect. So yeah. So, and I also loved what you said about just even thinking about all the teenagers today, or athletes especially, that are drinking all those energy drinks to give them that boost of energy. So they are so very bad for your heart, for your body. They're so bad for you. And so to have a different option for athletes that are looking for performance without inducing it through one of those types of energy drinks, I think this is a fantastic option. And if parents and athletes really understand what those energy drinks are doing to their body, this would be a much better alternative to supporting overall body vitality, strength, stamina, performance. So, yes. What else do you have for us, Vicki?
I believe that this is where our cellular dyes morning would come in. So this is a perfect addition to your patch technology, everything else that you're doing. The cellular dyes in the morning, it's amazing. For me, I find that my energy is like spaced throughout the day. Instead of, in the morning, you get going, you get a little bit tired, you get that slump. I don't get the slump. So I have to make myself rest
Yeah.
sometimes, just take a break because
Yes.
everything is going to be there when I get to it. So, but I enjoy it because it's all natural, and it's my body is doing the work. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to just add this to your daily routine? I don't know anybody that wouldn't say, sign me up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And what's interesting is like how we differ is like you're feeling the difference in the energy. I don't really notice the difference in the energy. The X39 was so much energy for me that it was exactly what I needed. And so the energy from the energy enhancer, I don't really notice. It's just one of those to where I know it relieves pain for me. So I do notice that. And I just because of the science that's backed behind it, I want all those extra benefits of the metabolic function. And so many people have metabolic dysfunction today. It's very common, not usually diagnosed by a regular doctor, usually a functional medicine doctor, but it's very normal for people to have metabolic dysfunction. And so just having that support for your metabolism, for your mitochondria is just really huge for sure. So it also supports your autonomic nervous system, which we've talked about that with several other patches, which is what's so amazing. So again, from another angle, your body being supported in the same way for that parasympathetic state to be activated in your body. So the rest and the digest. So even though we're talking about energy, we're talking about a balanced, sustained energy, which allows your body to just handle whatever stress it's under as well better. So you're in that rest and digest stage longer, allowing your body to heal. That's the stage we have to be in for our body to do its work of healing, which is what it was designed to do. So what else would you like to add?
I just wanted to talk about like what ATP does for our body and how it's necessary for cellular functions in our body. So there's just many different things like Nikki, you said muscle contractions, blood circulation, athletic performance, chemical synthesis, which is energy needed to build new molecules such as proteins. Your body knows what you need to do. And we just apply this tool and
Right.
help it along a little bit. I just say, thank you, Lord.
That's right. Yes.
Cellular respiration, which is the process by which cells convert nutrients into energy. So that's necessary for your body. And how do you increase ATP in your body? Exercise, healthy diet, adequate sleep, stress management, and hydration, hydration, hydration. Hydration is so key for everything in your life. Every day. I love my water.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's most people are walking around dehydrated. So people would just drink enough water. I mean, the amount of pain and issues they have in their body could potentially be solved just by hydrating properly, which is what's so amazing. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I noticed when someone is using the technology and they'll say, "Oh, I have a little bit of a headache," or just certain kind of things. I just say, "Drink some more water." Drink
Mhm.
some more water, give it a little bit of time because your body knows what you need to do. So if you give it the right, nutrients, your body will communicate better and the energy just flows better for yourself.
Absolutely. Yes, for sure. Yes. So if someone is going through surgery or chemo, this also helps to stimulate the lymphatic system. So anytime you've gone through something like that or you know someone, again, two sets of the patches is good. Like Vicky was talking about, one on top of the top half and one on the lower half. So that, anything like that, that two sets is fantastic for that. Um, were you going to go over patch placement as well? The
Yeah,
spots?
I wanted to talk about the patch placement because really that is, I mean, you can really wear it anywhere on the body, but I have certain points. Now I do have like certain patch placements that I usually suggest to people. But I also wanted to share how it does support your lymphatic system.
Awesome.
With the swelling without, throughout your body, that's a sign that your lymphatic system is not working properly. So we want to kind of keep everything circulating, your blood circulating. The energy enhancer is the way to do that. So ATP is used to fuel the heart's activities also. So for your cardiovascular health, it's necessary. And, I don't know about you, but I always want to support everything in a good way. And, it helps with nerve damage as well, which I can say I can attest to because when I had the bicep surgery, it was numb from my elbow down to my wrist. So it was numb all in here and I couldn't feel anything. But that took a little bit of time, not as long as I thought that it was going to take. But wearing the energy enhancer throughout the arm, I would take it from the elbow down to the wrist. I would add the X39 in there, carnosine sometimes, and an X49. So, but I have complete feeling back in there, and I'm
Praise the
thankful
Lord.
for this technology. And
Yes.
I got full motion, full
Yes.
feeling, everything. So, another thing that the energy enhancer supports also is people that have breathing issues. So it's good for opening up the lung airways, helping to distribute that energy, more evenly. And it's also great for anxiousness. So a lot of people struggle with anxiety disorders, issues, with their anxiety. This is a great addition as well.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Huge, huge support. For so think any type of lung issue, anything that could be going on with people's lungs, just these points right up here. So below your collarbone, just there's like a divot. Like if you feel around, you'll feel like there's like this little indentation. So they're more towards the outside, like where Vicky's holding them. There's like this little indentation just to help with your lungs. So it's fantastic. I often I have several truck drivers that wear this patch here, this placement here that Vicki and I have. It's just a great, quick place to patch. So it's 3 finger widths below the wrist, down there, on each side. And that's just, again, because they're driving so many hours and just helping them with that. And then even like with the driving, like the way that I wear mine, the second set on my low back, that could potentially be great, positioning for someone who has to drive a lot. And especially if they have back issues, along with helping them with that increased, energy. And anytime I've used this placement on people too, that where they're wearing the X39, but like, what Vicky said, it was really the energy enhancer gave her so much more energy, even though it didn't do that for me. When people are still just struggling with their energy and I use this patch placement with the energy enhancer, it's amazing. Especially as they wear it day after day, usually they'll feel something the first day in that bump, but as they wear it more consistently day after day, just continuing to increase, their energy and just being, able to feel like they can make it through their day and not being so tired.
Yeah, I like to wear this here, and then I also sometimes like I'll place it, on the lung one position. Sometimes you can do. Wait, I'm trying to get this even. Kidney 27, and I also like to wear it heart 3 on the inside of the elbow. This is where David Schmidt usually wears it. Wear this on heart 3, and then You can wear it on bladder 60, which is kind of behind the ankles on the outside of your legs. So this gives you support on the top half of the body and the bottom half. So just getting it all around.
Absolutely. Yes, it's fantastic for sure. Yes. Um, let's see what else. So, like, especially if you're feeling really tired or you're trying to overcome a cold, then this is really something great to add for those days to try to get you over that hump. And a lot of people, like I said, can feel something right away, which is nice. So, on some of the points, I wanted to just kind of don't get confused on the little booklets that come with the patching, with the energy enhancer, because it just shows at the top, it'll show you these two lung points, but then the patch placements are only one side of the body, which is like the right side. So I think sometimes people get confused. No, there's two patches in here. So this is Ice Wave and Energy Enhancer. So I don't, yeah, you can see that. So you can see there's a little sleeve here in between, and there's patches on the left side and the right side. So just make sure that understand that there's two patches that have to be put on. Don't let the booklet confuse you. You can't just wear one of these patches. You need to wear them both, together. So what else do you
Yes.
got?
Yes. Let's see. Good points, 288. Oh, another great placement is the four gates. When I am working with somebody, patching and they don't really notice a difference. Sometimes there's a little bit of stagnant energy in the body, and I will place it on the four gates, which is um large intestine 4 on each hand, left and right. Of course, the tan goes on the left hand and the white goes on the right hand. And then you want to place it on liver 3 on tops of the feet, like in between the toe and the big toe and the first toe in that webbing there. So this has really, really made a difference for people that didn't notice a difference when they're wearing the technology, because when you place this on, then they start to notice the difference. They have to keep hydrated and consistently wearing the patches every day. So I don't know anybody that I've done that on and it has not helped. So it's very, very helpful for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, using the four gates when somebody's feeling like it's not working, with the energy enhancer for sure. So another point is down so it's actually over from this a little bit. So from down from the thumb, then for like anxiety and agitation, this is a really great point on the inside here. So do you have any other info on that point, Vicki?
I believe that one is that lung 7? I think that's lung 7. Now that is also that same point right there is what we use for cravings patching. So the SP6 goes on there on the left side, and then the Eon goes on the right side. And that helps amazingly with any kind of, addiction, whether it's smoking, alcohol, craving for cigarettes, caffeine, you name it. It definitely helps with that. So I've tried it because I like sugar, like Nikki. I like sugar, and I should not eat sugar.
Exactly.
It's not
Yes,
good for us. And
exactly.
sometimes it's just like, okay, so I place that on sometimes, and I'm like, oh, piece of cake.
Yeah.
Piece of cake. It works every time.
Yes, it makes a huge difference. Yeah, I don't like any day to go without my SB6. Like it just is night and day difference for me. I absolutely love it for sure. So, and then the points below the knee. So on the outside of the knee, again, you have kind of this divot, that you can kind of feel in there on the outside below the kneecap. So that point is good for digestion issues. And anything else in that? I know a lot of like the NBA players, they wear their energy enhancer right there as well. I've seen a lot of them wear it there.
Yes, that's stomach 36, and it's great for athletic performance. That is amazing. Really, if they're wearing two sets of energy enhancer anywhere on the top half of the body, wherever they can get it on, especially being an athlete, sometimes they sweat off. So I would place them on the inside of my clothes or even underneath like a wristband or something. So that way you make sure that it stays on the body. But yes, it increases athletic performance. Another one that's great for digestion is also the large intestine 4 here on the hands. That's really good. And bladder 60 on the backs of the legs. behind the ankles, that's a really good one as well.
Awesome. Yeah. And so if you need like quick results, doing that four gates option, or then this placement and then the placement of the other one right here, those are a couple of different placements to try to help people, get some quick results. So even if it's great for the elderly, just helping in their strength and walking and lifting things, just helping them be able to do things. Like Vicky said, especially for the elderly, the hydration is for sure key. And so it's sometimes depending on their state, so even the elderly or even other people, if you're really trying to get something to happen and it's struggling, so kind of depending on their state, you might have to use all 5 points that are in that booklet. So the booklet that comes using all 5 of those points for like 5 days, and even maybe, just seeing how they do. And if you need to add a couple more rounds, even of doing all 5 of those points, I know that's a lot of patches, but it really helps to just improve the body's ability to upregulate and move the lymphatic system so things can get cleared out. So that's a really great option for just helping the body detoxify and get the lymphatic system moving. Do you have more comments on all 5 locations being used, Vicki?
I just know when I use all 5 locations, I feel like the Energizer Bunny. And I literally mean Energizer Bunny. Like I have energy every day and I do stuff. I'm constantly on the go. But when I wear the 5 sets, there's no time. No time for me to sit and rest. I'm on the go. Ding, 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 ding. It's amazing.
Did
It
that for
really
me.
is.
I mean, I feel great, but I don't know that I would ever say that I usually feel like the Energizer Bunny. So that's impressive.
Well, it's just amazing because I never thought that something so small, and
Simple,
powerful.
right? Yeah.
Yes, it's very simple. It's small. It's affordable too. You know what I mean? And that this would make such a huge difference in my life, and so many
Yes.
others. I mean, it's just amazing when you can say, I have something, that can help you. And it helps,
Mm.
it's for everybody. So it
Right.
doesn't matter the age. Um, Energy enhancer is great for elderly because that is where their lymphatic system starts to slow down. So a lot of people will get neuropathy in their legs. You have to keep that blood circulating throughout those limbs for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So having that steady energy state is so needed. And even like, people that are use any type of caffeine, so coffee or, midday or whatever, just to get out of that caffeine habit, this allowing them to have that sustained energy and not feeling like they need their caffeine. So that's pretty phenomenal too, because there are a lot of people that would like to stop some of the caffeine. So this is a great natural way to do that, give you that sustained steady energy.
Use the cravings patching for that along with the energy enhancer.
There you go. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Yes, that's awesome. So for that, you just use the patching here for the cravings patching. Is that what you're thinking? And then energy enhancer, 1 set, 2 set.
I would do 2 sets and at least for 5 to 7 days, and then kind of go from there and see how. If they do well with 1 set of energy enhancer, I would always recommend placing it on the lower half if they're not going to wear, 2 sets, because you want to keep that blood circulating. And a lot of people, the blood flow. Sometimes as we get older, we have a hard time with the blood, coming back up. So if we keep that energy enhancer on the lower half of the body, that is very beneficial.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. And so even with that, with the lymphatic system, so exercise and movement is also key. So combining the patches with that exercise and movement. So even if it's just going out, and walking around the neighborhood, just any type of movement, or if it's, too hot, like it's so hot here. So, you don't want to sweat. Like I have a rebounder in my house. So one of those little mini trampolines. So again, that's also going to stimulate the lymphatic system moving up and down, but it's also going to help the joints. It's also going to help, your bones be stronger because they're getting that jarring without having it be hard on the pavement or on the concrete. And so instead it's on a rebounder, but just helping that lymphatic system along with that exercise and movement is so key. And then combining it with the energy enhancer is just a fantastic add to all of that. So our lymphatic system just doesn't work if we're sitting around. It becomes stagnant. So movement is medicine. Just know movement is medicine. So move your body. And so that's the other thing. When people have more energy, so even starting out with the energy enhancer, when they have more energy, then they feel better and they feel like moving more often, which leads to a higher quality and vitality of life, which is ultimately what we love about this technology, for people to have that quality of life back that you cannot put a price tag on, which is what's so cool.
Amen. That's right.
So I've seen it be helpful for things like excessive dizziness, and we already talked about lung issues, but any type of, and so you can, this isn't a patch placement, but even placing it but behind each ear, that's an option for that as well, or multiple sets, again, like Vicky's talked about. Any other comments you want to make on that?
I mean, you don't have to take the backs off. Like if you're, unsure, you can just hold them in those points and see how they feel, or how you feel if you're patching yourself. And just kind of hold them there, and then you can take them and put them on the other spots and just make sure that you hold them, as far as the placements that you want. I'm not really sure as far as any place that wouldn't work with these.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because like I said, I wear them on my low back, and that's not a placement that's on anything. Yeah, for sure. So Diane, let me ask a question real quick. Diane is asking SP6 and Eon for cravings, and which on the right and which on the left. SP6 is always on the left, but is that what you were saying? Eon for cravings, or is it glutathione?
Eon, because it reduces the cravings. So I noticed that helped me really combat it. So if you want to try the Eon and the SP6, you can always switch it up and try the glutathione, see which one works better. But the Eon was something that helped me better than the
Yeah,
glutathione.
absolutely. Yeah. And so also like Vicky's talking about, when you can just hold the patches there, you can actually take, so to help your lymphatic system move, if you will look up on YouTube, find some dry brushing videos, you can actually use the patches the same way that you would use dry brushing. So with the energy enhancer, it doesn't really matter, one in your left hand, one in your right hand, and you're going to just move up the legs, like do that like 5 times on each leg. And you can then also do it, up the arms, everything comes towards your heart. So you can move it, up over the head, as well. So just having those patches and doing that 5 times, to help, so just watch the dry brushing video, and then you can do that with the energy enhancer. Or you can have your spouse, also, if you're, obviously the arms are a little bit harder, but you could like stick them to your fingers and just then move it. You don't have to stick the whole thing to your finger, but just a piece of it, and do that 5 times. So that's just a great way just to help try to get your lymphatic system moving as well, without actually placing the patches. But then after you do that, if you want to place the patches, it's just another add to help the lymphatic system. So
Yeah, I wanted to touch base on how it increases our mitochondria function. So that is necessary, and like you said, movement is medicine. So one thing that will help increase the ATP in the body is exercise. So, and it's ATP is stored mainly in the muscles in the body. So when you exercise, you're releasing that energy into the body. So I feel like that is something that is a good tip for anybody to know. And it doesn't have to be rigorous exercising. It doesn't have to be
right.
strength training, just movement, some kind of movement, walking. So vitamin D helps increase the energy production in your body too. So getting outside, getting the vitamin D to activate in your body, wearing the energy enhancer, doing your little walking around the neighborhood. What better way to support your body?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I actually got a great tip today. It reminded me you saying that from a fitness expert that I work with. And he just gave this awesome tip today of after you eat, just do 10 squats. Do 10 squats, helps to increase that ATP, helps to support the digestion, helps to support the body, and just induce change in the body. So that is like just a super quick tip. Every time you eat, after you're done, just do 10, quick squats. Make sure you squeeze at the top, just so you all know, down and then squeeze up at the top. So anyway, but yeah, I love that tip from him today. So that was awesome. I have also seen, so I've seen multiple like different doctors doing demonstrations with the energy enhancer patches, which are just like so interesting. So using the energy enhancer, like, little tiny women, pushing great big men, without the energy enhancer patches trying to push them. And then, of course, they're not moving. And then these little tiny women, white on right, tan on in their left hand, and then just placing them up against the men and just pushing these great big huge men. And I'm always like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So just how it changed, it really, so you're seeing it change the energy and the ability of the strength and stamina, and even what's happening to the one who's being pushed, which is amazing, changing their energy field as well, which is just so interesting. I've seen doctors showcase the energy enhancer for helping improve someone's core stability. And so anytime, if you're any type of athlete, that core stability has to be very, very strong. And that's key to everything you're doing as an athlete, to have that core stability. It's also fantastic for as we age as well, to have the core stability, for our bodies just to function right, to if we stumble a little bit, to be able to catch ourselves. That's all coming from your core stability, which is awesome. Pastor Ed just placed a fantastic energy enhancer slide in the chat, so make sure you grab that, just to go have you a few little tips on there. Even muscle testing with the energy enhancer patches. So now that we have the X49, you can do like this whole cell phone test with the X49, to where you're having someone, if you know how to muscle test, you can have them place their arms straight out, hold on to their phone, and their arm will just go down when you're trying to press on it. Then take the patch, put the patch between you and the phone, and then their arm stays strong, which is what's so fantastic, because we're all, we all carry our cell phones around with us everywhere. So that is also true for the energy enhancer. The energy enhancer allows that strength to happen even with your having your cell phone test, with your, carrying your cell phone as well. So so it's helping to switch the person's bioenergetic field, or their polarity. And so that allows them to have that strength even in the midst of something that is disrupting our energetic field. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. One more tip on that, unless you can think of some more, Vicky. So this was an interesting one. So, and this is great for golfers. So you could have them hold, well, before they do the energy enhancer, just have them rotate. So your feet are grounded. Okay. And so feet are grounded, and then you're just rotating from the upper body. Okay. And seeing how far you can rotate your shoulders around. Okay. Then have them hold energy enhancer, white in the right hand, tan in the left hand, and then have them rotate. And they actually will go farther. Their upper bodies will go farther. And so golfers are always trying to improve their swings, and where that mobility comes from is in that rotation of the upper body. And so the energy enhancer is a fantastic add for any golfers as well.
For sure. I've seen that muscle testing for mobility. That definitely, that swing, woo, yeah, that go a lot further. Another thing that the energy enhancer has been used for, which I've seen, is constipation. People that have a problem with going to the bathroom, the energy enhancer on the belly, abdomen area has been very helpful for constipation. I know Dr. Karen Kahn has done a video. I like to share that with anybody that struggles with that, so they know where to place them. That is very helpful for constipation. Let's see. I just want to see if we have any. Oh, another thing is stay away from, obviously, this is on a regular basis, stay away from high sugary foods, processed carbohydrates, unhealthy fats, excessive amounts of alcohol. So all of those will, kind of ruin the energy fields in our body. So to a certain degree, like, you can enjoy like a little bit of frozen yogurt or a little treat here and there, a little dark chocolate. But yeah, stay away from all those bad foods.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pastor Ed is asking, explain what grounded means. So think about a golfer standing with his feet, so you're standing up and your feet are square, so kind of shoulder width apart, and you feel very strong and grounded. So you're standing grounded like that. And then you're twisting, just your upper body, which is what a golfer would do as he's swinging the golf club. But anybody can do that test. So you can see that your mobility improves, in your upper, the upper half of your body. So yeah, that's what grounded means. Anything else?
I'm trying to think of, I'm looking through my notes just to share.
Yeah, and
So when
Pastor Ed also put in the chat the from the letter from the anti-doping agency. So if you guys want to grab that, that's in the chat as well.
and that's amazing to use because a lot of people sometimes they think like we're crazy. We have like three heads when they're looking at us, and in actuality, when we have this paperwork that backs it up, our technology, our clinical studies, our patents, you can't go wrong with any of this stuff. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. So, if you can't get them to believe, they have to read for themselves, I guess, to see and also experience it. Patch them, just patch them.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yeah. And I had a wrestler, a professional wrestler tell me, if this technology is good enough for the Olympians, then it's good enough for me. So I
Right.
thought, okay, that's kind of, says it all.
That's right. That's right. And
Yes.
it is very helpful for athletic performance. So I notice a lot of athletes wear it on the stomach 36, on the legs, and then I'm not sure if they wear it on the top half, usually on the chest area, because you want to keep your lungs open while you're playing sports and stuff. So
Yeah, a lot
I
of the
believe
soccer
that's
players, you'll see them wear it there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely in the short term, it's a huge benefit to athletic performance, but in the long term, showing significant benefits in how people age. So it's fantastic for patching. Yes, fantastic patches. Did we get
Another
everything from
thing
your notes? Okay, you've got more. Awesome.
I did just want to share, like when the regeneration was happening in my arm, I like to share with people. It was pretty painful to say the least. I thought, what is happening? Why is it so sore? Felt like there was like a knife going through sometimes, and I was like, ah. And it wouldn't be all the time, but I would just feel like a sharpness. And after a while, like I just have this thing, and I just go, oh, it's regenerating. Now I just
Yes.
say, oh, it must be regenerating.
Yes.
So it doesn't feel the greatest, but I don't have any of those issues. I have no numbness. I have perfect feeling, mobility. Everything is back for me. So it takes a
Which is
while, but
fantastic.
you have to be patient with yourself.
Absolutely. And natural regeneration takes time. It's going to take time, but your body can do it when it's given the right tools. And I can't even see a scar on you at all, Vicky, which is amazing.
I have it's a little scar.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I can't
it,
you can't see it on the Zoom at all, but yeah, it's amazing. Yes. Anything else?
um, just setting realistic expectations for whatever they have going on, whatever you have going on. I know there are many different things out there, and just because other people are doing it doesn't mean that it's always the right thing for you. At least, I see these kits where people are like, with needles at home and stuff like that, and I'm like, just stop, just stop. Age
Yes.
gracefully. It comes from within, and you don't have to do, from the outside in. We want to do from the inside out. That's always healthier, right?
Yes, absolutely. Always. Yes, and non-invasive. Yes, anything non-invasive. Sign me up for that. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Well, did we cover it all?
Yes, I think so. And I just enjoy doing this with you because I learned so much from you and you just break down, the studies in a unique way. And I always learn something. So
Yes.
it's just so enjoyable, you
Yes,
know.
I agree. Me too. You bring in compliment things that I didn't think of or I didn't hear on videos. So it's fantastic just to have this for everyone, to bring it together from two different perspectives and the things that we've studied and what we've used with people as well. So we will stay on, for you. If you guys have questions after this, we'll stay on for a little bit. We definitely went over time, but I love the energy enhancer so much, and so hopefully you found this helpful with great information. But with that, if y'all want to stay on, we're going to close out here. So we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone. Have a great evening.
Good night.
Good
God
night.
bless.
Good
God
night. Thank you.
bless.